Good Wednesday to you, everybody in Gov 603. Welcome to a Kaboom 6. Oh, man, we are so close to halfway through the semester. Doesn't that feel fantastic? You know what? But I'll tell you what also feels fantastic. That's better. I am now your sufficiently caffeinated communication instructor. I do not know why the live chat feature is on, but there's nobody coming in for live chat. So put that out of your head. Anyways, okay, welcome to week 6. So we've got a couple of things for you and a couple of things to remind you of and a couple of things to look at in the coming days. Okay, first and foremost, your papers of part 1 were due already on the 12th. Okay, so if for some reason you don't have that in, you need to reach out and get in touch with me as soon as possible. All right. Because that's, it's not only a big chunk of your grade, but it's also the means by which I can take a look at, how you write and how you research. And as I've told you before, the exercise is meant to help you, not to, whack you on the head. Okay. Well, I'm here to help you develop as a professional. All right. So if for any reason, I'm not going to read your names out, but I've got a couple that I can see have just not gotten the assignment in. Give me a buzz. Okay. Send me an email. I'll be back in my office on Friday, as I always am, just me and my coffee. And I have no idea why I'm drinking from a Christmas Penguin cup. I don't, my wife gave this cup to me like 20 years ago or something. How many gallons of coffee have I poured down myself? Yikes. But it somehow found its way into the rotation. Okay. So for this week, we are going to take a look at some external resources. There's a really, really great online resource called Conjointly that walks you through exercises around concerning statistical terms and concepts. So, for instance, when you click on there, you'll see a series of links in the module. And when you click on the link, you'll go to an explanation of external validity. Okay, what is it? How does it work? And then how do you make it better? All right. Then likewise, you'll go to an explanation of sampling terminology, and then, probability sampling, non-probability sampling, these sorts of things. So make sure, as always, that not only did you understand the terms, but you could apply the concept if you were asked. Okay. So, which brings me to, and then of course, after you finish with the readings, zip on over and answer the discussion questions, and be sure to comment on at least 3 of your classmates. Okay, you know the drill with that by now. Okay, so concerning you understanding technology, terminology, and being able to apply said, if you look over in the assignments modules, the assignments module, I think I put it in there. You will not find that in the assignments section, because it's not an assignment. In the module here for week 6. All right, if you go into the module for week 6, in the section marked assignments description, you are going to find a link to the review sheet for the midterm examination. Okay. Now, to repeat myself, and because I've said this before, here's how you prepare for the exam. Go back and make sure that you review the discussion boards. You're doing that week by week, right? Make sure that you've watched my videos, notably the second video that gets posted, in which I review your stuff, because then you'll know which of the responses to the questions is the one that we're looking for and which ones for you to ignore. So you should be doing that week by week. And then by way of content from the discussion questions and my videos, be able to not only understand the terms, but be able to apply the terms. All right. So for example, if, if I asked you, if I gave you a series of numbers, all right. So for instance, I give you some sample questions on this review sheet. Okay. And sample question number 3 would be a fill in the blank. And it would go something like, using the following numbers, find the median. Okay. And then the numbers are 1, 2, 4, 2, 2. Okay. How do you find the median? I'm not going to tell you that because, that would be like spoiler. So be able to do that. That is not only to define the stuff, but to apply the stuff. Okay. And that's how you get ready for the exam. I want to emphasize this. This is a closed book, no notes, no books, no internet exam. Just open the exam. Leave everything else closed. Okay. On your honor. As a Regent student, you shall do this, right? Everybody put their right hand. Put their right hand over their heart and say, I shall do it. Okay? Because that's how we roll around here. All right. So take a look at these explanations and then applications of these various terms, because we're gonna use them here coming up now. We're not quite the halfway. Now we're going to actually start running through statistical tests, that is plugging numbers into stats engines. There was once upon a time where I thought, it would be useful for you to learn the equations that produce the results. But it's like, if you're going to be a statistician, yeah, okay, fine. If you're going to work statistics as part of your empirical research, everybody's using a stats engine. Okay. And besides that, statistics are not the only part of empirical research. Empirical research is a process. It's not this just one narrow field over here. So I don't do that. Okay. You will be happy to know. So I'm going to start giving you some numbers and having you plunk them into a statistics engine, and then producing graphs, and you get to make an analysis. Okay, so understanding these terms before you go into that, absolutely key. Okay, everybody, probably Friday, I will post the second video in which I review the material from before. I'll start grading your papers, probably, Friday this weekend. And, my goal for this one is to have a fairly quick turnaround. So, you should get them back. You get them back by a week, because it's really of no use to you if you don't get information from me that you can then start applying to part number 2. Okay. All right, everybody, have a wonderful rest of the week. Okay. Study for the exam. And so get that review sheet. Okay. And know that I think about you. I pray about you, and I will see all of you on Canvas. Take care. Bye-bye.